balance sheet given with equity capital, premium, P&L account, debentures and creditors. Adjustment is a certain maximum number of equity shares the company can buy back at rupees 40 per share. That means buyback price is given. We have to pass entries and prepare the balance sheet. So first step is calculation of limits for buyback, number of shares, buyback price and other limits. Then we have to pass journal entries, and last step is preparation of balance sheet. So first of all, let's see limits for buyback. First is 25% of equity shares. Equity shares are 30 lakh, face value 10. Divide by 10 and into 25%. So 30 lakh divided by 10 is equal to 3 lakh into 25% is 75,000 shares. So company can buy back maximum of 75,000 shares. Second is sources of buyback, that means available reserves from existing balance sheet. In sources of buyback, first is securities premium and second is profit and loss account. Securities premium is 2 lakh, profit and loss account is 8 lakh. So total sources are 10 lakh. So first limit for amount is 10 lakh. Next is 25% of paid up capital and free reserves. So paid up capital is equity capital 30 lakh and free reserves are 10 lakh. Total is 40 lakh. We need to calculate 25% of 40 lakh. Amount will be again 10 lakh. Number 4, debt equity ratio should not exceed 2:1. So for this calculation, we need to find out existing 40 lakh own funds less half of the debt. So 40 lakh less half of the debt is 14 lakh into 50%. That means 7 lakh. That gives 33 lakh. So now our limits are final. Maximum number of shares are 75,000. Sources are 10 lakh. 25% of paid up capital and reserves 10 lakh. And as per debt equity ratio, we can buy back up to maximum of 33 lakh. From these three limits, we have to find out minimum amount. Now these two amounts are same, so final amount is 10 lakh and maximum number of shares are 75,000. If offer price is given, then we have to confirm the number of shares with 75,000. Offer price given is rupees 40 as per this adjustment. So when offer price is given, number of shares equal to 10 lakh, this amount, divided by rupees 40 equal to 25,000 shares. So after calculation of 25,000 shares, we just have to confirm that this 25,000 is within our stated limit of 75,000. Now 25,000 can be bought back because maximum limit is 75,000. So now final is company can buy back 25,000 shares at rupees 40 per share. So using these conditions, one thing is final, that company can buy back 25,000 shares at rupees 40 per share. So as per these limits, now we will pass journal entries and we will also prepare the balance sheet. Now, entries for buyback. First entry is for claim transfer. Claim transfer includes equity capital account debit 25,000 shares into 10 face value, it is 2,50,000. Premium on buyback account debit 25,000 into 30, because buyback price is 40, of which 10 is face value, 30 is premium, 7,50,000 to equity shareholders account 10 lakh. Narration being claim transferred. So first entry is for transfer of claim, 10 rupees face value, 30 rupees premium, total amount payable rupees 10 lakh at rupees 40 per share. Next is entry for creation of capital redemption reserves. So for creating capital redemption reserves, available reserves are P&L account and premium. First of all, we should use P&L account. P&L account debit to capital redemption reserves to the extent of rupees 2,50,000 only, because CRR should be equal to nominal value of shares bought back, being CRR created. So second entry is done. We have created CRR equal to face value of equity shares bought back. Third entry is for adjustment of this premium on buyback. For adjustment of this premium, first of all, securities premium should be completely utilized and balance amount should be taken from P&L account. So entry will be securities premium account debit amount 2 lakh, profit and loss account debit to premium on buyback. Total amount required is 7,50,000, of which 2 lakh is from premium. 5,50,000 should be utilized from P&L account. And last entry is, narration is pending, being premium on buyback set off. And now last entry, equity shareholders account debit to bank. Their claim was 10 lakh. Narration being equity shareholders claim settled. This way entries are complete. Let us see one by one. First entry is for claim transfer, 25,000 shares at rupees 10 each. Amount is 2,50,000. Premium on buyback is 25,000 shares into rupees 30 because buyback price was 40. So 10 is face value, 30 is premium. Amount is 7,50,000. Total equity shareholders account 10 lakh. Next entry for 2,50,000 face value. This should be transferred to capital redemption reserves. P&L account debit to capital redemption reserves. Amount 2,50,000. Next, premium on buyback 7,50,000 should be adjusted from available premium or P&L account. So entry is premium account debit existing 2 lakh as per balance sheet. P&L account debit 5,50,000 to premium on buyback 750. This amount is taken as balancing figure because total required amount to be set off is 7,50,000. From 750, 2 lakh was available. So balance is taken from P&L account. Last entry is claim settlement. Equity shareholders account debit to bank rupees 10 lakh. This is for payment to equity shareholders on buyback. Now last part is balance sheet. In balance sheet, first is equity capital. Equity capital was 30 lakh and out of 30 lakh rupees 2,50,000 is bought back. So that should be deducted. So 30 lakh less 2,50,000. So 27,50,000 is equity capital. Next one is securities premium 2 lakh, but this 2 lakh is completely utilized. So in closing balance sheet there is no balance as securities premium. Next is P&L account 8 lakh. This 8 lakh is utilized in two entries. In first entry it is 2,50,000 and in next entry it is 5,50,000. So if we deduct 8 lakh less 2,50,000 and less 5,50,000, there is no balance in P&L account. So in closing balance sheet, P&L account is nil, but one more reserve is created, capital redemption reserve, that should be transferred. Capital redemption reserves 2,50,000. Next, debentures and creditors. They were nowhere in these journal entries. So transfer as it is. 10% debentures 14 lakh and creditors 4 lakh. No change in debentures and creditors. Next, on asset side, fixed assets as it is 28 lakh. Investments same 10 lakh and cash at bank. Cash at bank was 20 lakh and amount paid to equity shareholders is 10 lakh. This credit side of bank account should be deducted. So balance will be 20 lakh less 10 lakh cash at bank 10 lakh. And let's take total of balance sheet. It must tally. Total is 48 lakh. So this way buyback question is complete. let's see one by one. First, we should verify the condition or limits for buyback. First is 25% of number of equity shares. Limit is 75,000 shares. Then available sources for buyback, premium and P&L account, total 10 lakh. Next is 25% of paid up capital and free reserves. So paid up capital and reserves are 40 lakh and 25% equal to again 10 lakh. Next is calculation of limits on the basis of debt equity ratio to be maintained at 2:1. So limit is 40 lakh, this amount, less half of the debt, that is 7 lakh. 14 lakh into 50%, 7 lakh. So here amount will be 33 lakh. We need to consider lowest amount, minimum amount from first, second and third. Minimum amount was 10 lakh. By coincidence, in two conditions the amount is same, but minimum is 10 lakh, so it should be considered. Offer price given was 40 per share. Number of shares calculation is 10 lakh. This amount is final, divide by offer price, it gives 25,000 shares. Now after calculation of 25,000 shares, this amount should be verified with our maximum limit. Our maximum limit is 75,000. It is 25,000 shares within the limits of maximum 75,000 shares. So final is buyback of 25,000 shares at rupees 40 per share. Accordingly, these entries are passed for 25,000 shares buyback. First is claim transfer, next is creation of CRR, next is adjustment for premium on buyback, and last is claim settlement of equity shareholders. And after making all these adjustments, balance sheet is prepared. Tally amount is 48 lakh. Important thing is this balance sheet must be prepared in vertical form, revised schedule 6 form, at the time of examination. Here only for the purpose of practice this balance sheet is shown in horizontal form, but after you start final account and balance sheet as per revised schedule, this balance sheet is must in vertical form.